Yo, what's going on, YouTube? This is your boy Enrique, aka Biggie's Comics, coming at you with my top signature series slab video. That's right, guys. Long overdue video here. I'm gonna show you my top slab videos, my top signature series slab videos, and that's a mixture of both CBCS and CGC. Yellow labels from both companies. All right. Yeah, just I wanted to get this video done because I plan to do my blue label, my regular slab. Top slabs in my collection that I have, that actually I have left, so it'll be too many slabs to combine them all, so I figured we'll do this separately, and I'm just trying to figure out a way of getting the video done. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a first person shooter or was I going to just go in front of the camera. So I just figured, you know what, let me just do the most comfortable way, and it's all about the books. It ain't about me, so I'd rather have you see the book at its finest right now, so that's it, you guys. We're gonna go right into it. I'm gonna start off with just a couple of independent books real quick, and then we'll go through my DC signatures, and then we'll end it with my Marvel signatures. All right. So here we got, guys. This is actually my wife's book, but I keep it in my collection. This is The Walking Dead #1. This is a what is this? This is a Wizard World variant cover, and it was done by Tantino Tedesco. That's the signature right there. 9.8. It's the second generation label for CGC there. Just, I never went around to changing it. No need for a grain bump because they're already a 9.8. All right. Then next we have here is The Walking Dead 176. And as you can see, there's a bunch of first appearances there of all those characters. 9.6 white pages. And this is the anniversary variant. And this covers are done by Bill Sinkovich. And it's signed right there by Bill Sink, right there in the bottom there. Shout out to Jeff Johnson, the mayor. He had donated this book to my wife when they went to the signing. And then I had it slabbed and yellow labeled, Alright, so now we're going to get into some DC right now. So here, as you're going to see, guys, it is going to be a lot of Superman, like always. We have Action Comics 649 right here, all white to white pages, 9.6. And this is signed by the great George Perez right there. And it homages Superman #1. But it's also signed by, you can see right there, the inking is done by Brett Breeding, one of my favorite inkers of all time. Look at that beautiful signature right there. Brett Breeding definitely knows how to sign his books. But he's kind of expensive. When he knows that you're going to grade the book, he charges you $20 for his signature. So it's pretty pricey, But love it. I had 2 copies of this. Both copies came back 9.6. And I made a deal with Comically Flawed, so he has the other one. And here we go. Now, this is one of my childhood books I've had here for a long time. This is Superman 81. As you can see, it's the origin of Cyborg, Superman, Steel, Superboy, Supergirl, and Mongol. And 9.6 white pages. And I believe, even though they don't know it, I think this is the first black suit, guys. You may want to be looking for this book, especially now with the Snyder Cut coming out. And it's signed right there by, again, one of my favorite inkers, Brett Breeding, and Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens, you guys know, he's a writer and an artist. So those two combined, they make, great covers. So, next we got here another one of my childhood books, and got these done at the same time as the previous one. This is not a key, but just I love this cover. Superman 79, 9.6 white pages. Just love that Cyborg Superman cover. It's a newsstand too. As you notice, guys, CBCS does note that it's a newsstand edition. CGC does not do that. And right there, signed by Brett Breeding and Dan Jurgens. Awesome. Just love that. Love the way he drew that Superman there with the flag and everything. Alright. Next we got here, bam, another Superman key. Superman Man of Steel #18. This is the first full appearance of Doomsday. 9.8 white pages. And it's signed by Louise Simonson right there. She was a creator of Doomsday. There you go. Awesome, great book to have. And then 9.8, I had this book for years. And for it to come back at 9.8, I was happy as hell. Alright. Then, I got this one here. This one ain't a key, just I got it for the signature. This is Action Comics 1015. The Lucio Perillo variant. Came back at 9.8 white pages. There go Perillo's signature. It's just a beautiful cover right there. With Naomi and Superman. Got this signed last year at New York Comic Con. Shout out to Manny NYC. Another one of my favorite books here. This is Batman Beyond #1. First appearance of Terry McGinnis in comics. 8.5 white pages. This used to be a 9.6 slab, but I messed it up. I cracked it open, and when I was cutting it out the Mylar, I scratched the cover on it, and it came back a 8.5. But I got it signed by Bruce Timm right there. So that kind of saves the book a little bit for the grade, you know. But eventually I'll get my chance to get at a 9.8 on this. But this one stays in my collection because Bruce Timm is not a common signature to get, you know. All right. Next we got here 100-page Super Spectacular issue number 15, 8.0, and this was signed by Ramona Friedon. You know, she's an old school artist. She's like in her 90s. She worked on Super Friends and those, you know, old nostalgic. Want to show you the back, you know, nostalgic DC work. Has a great pinup in the back. Freaking awesome. You know, good grade for the year of the book, 1973. What do we have next here? We have here another awesome book. Not a key, but very high grade, 9.2 from 1969. We got Superboy 161, 9.2 white pages, 15 center. There, signed by the great Neil Adams right there. Bam. Can't go wrong with that signature right there. Nice high grade, you know, beautiful cover. I love it. Neil Adams is the man. Then here we have, next book we got it signed by a legend here. We have here Batman 171. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. And it's also they took the plot of the Batman 66 show from this book. And right there, first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler. Bam. Joe Gila right there. Legend right there. You know, so 3.0, I'm still happy. Book is tough to get in high grade, and even at 3.0, it's very valuable. All right, next we got here is we have Arrow #1 here, and this is the photo variant, you know, of Stephen Amell. And the reason I have this all signed up is because it was signed by Mike Grail. You know, Mike Grail was he's the artist in the book. But it was also signed by Stephen Amell, who plays Arrow on the show, and the actor who plays Diggle, David Ramsey. He signed it also, and he wrote on there, "You have failed this city, aka John Diggle." The reason he wrote it and not Stephen Amell was because Stephen Amell's handler or manager was being a jerk about it. You know, he like, no, he can't do that. You know, so David Ramsey went and did it. So that was awesome of him to do that. You know, celebrities, you know. All right. Next we got here, bam, the new Teen Titans issue #2. We got the first appearance of Deathstroke. And it's signed by the great George Perez. The reason it's signed on that corner there is because it was window bagged for Marv Wolfman and George Perez. But that year, East Coast, Marv Wolfman canceled because he had that accident. You know, and again, CBCS notes that is a newsstand. 9.6 white pages. So I'm overall happy with the book. It's definitely a keeper in my collection. Then you guys probably saw when I picked this up on the New York Warriors auction. Shout out to Manny NYC. This is Superman Batman Annual #4. This is the first appearance of Batman Beyond in DC continuity. 9.8 white pages. And the cover's done by Art Germ, and it's there you go, it's signed by Art Germ. So that's awesome. That's Art Germ before Art Germ was popular, you know. All right. Next we got here. Shout out to Comically Flawed. I won this book on Edwin's Heroes Initiative auction. This is Action Comics 1001, 9.8 white pages. This is a David Mack variant. I won the auction, then Comically Flawed paid him as a gift for me. I think it was a birthday gift. So shout out to Comically Flawed for that. Beautiful cover. Love it. Love the way he signed it there. David Mack is an awesome artist. All right. Coming down to the end of my DC stuff. Here we got, that I just got recently. This is my Batman 423. I had this book in my collection for years. And it came back on 9.4 weight pages. I'm happy with that. Signed by the great, Todd McFarlane. This is a first printing. Everybody complains about a T McFarlane, but I don't care. I think it looks fine. As long as the signature is neat, it's all good. I do have a raw copy I just picked up. I may put it up for auction. Not sure yet. All right. Next we got here. Bam. We have Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 7. This is the death of Supergirl. We got it at 9.8 white pages. Yeah, I got a lot of 9.8s, right, guys? Marv Wolfman. Awesome. I could have had this signed by George Perez, but I didn't want to risk cracking a 9.8. But it would have been great to have George Perez on here too. But overall I'm happy with the book. And then we're gonna finish with my last two we're gonna finish with the last two. Shout out to my boy Spidey fan. He calls this man the GOAT, which you can't really argue him about it. We got here Jim Lee. We have Superman 208, 9.8 white pages. I had this book since off the rack. I bought this book, and last year I believe it was or so. I had it cracked. I had my boy E-Rob press it. Came back a 9.8. There you go, Jim Lee signature. And you can't have this book without having its matching counterpart here. Bam. We have here Batman 608 second printing right here. And this one came out 9.46, but I'll take that. This book is expensive. In the 9.6 and the 9.8. Signed by Jim Lee right there, the GOAT. And yeah, so that's the end of my DC books. So let's finish things off with the Marvel books, guys. I know the Marvel fans are waiting here patiently. Alright, so bam. That's right, guys. I still got a PGX left right there. Bam. This is Web of Spider-Man number 32. PGX has it graded at 8.0. I never got this book pressed. The reason it's in the PGX is because I had got it back in the day verified by them. Because this is signed by Mike Zeck and Bob McLeod. And it was verified by them. But this is, before I was submitting to CBCS. And the only reason I haven't cracked it yet and sent it to CBCS is because I'm waiting for them to change the red label. I don't think the red color will look good with this cover. So once they change that color, then I'll submit this to CBCS and get it verified through them. I know the signatures are real because I got them myself back in the day when we used to have church cons back in the 90s and stuff. So once they change that red label, then I'll submit this and get it verified through them. That's actually my only PGX in my whole collection that I have left. Alright. Bam, next we got here, a book that means a lot to me right here. This is the Amazing Spider-Man from Volume 2, number 36, 9.6 white pages. This is the 9/11 cover, 9/11 tribute. It's signed by John Romita Jr. And it's a newsstand for that book. So I'm happy with it, 9.6. I didn't want him to do a remark because I think the remarks that he does are kind of like, if you're not going to do a remark that looks professional, I don't want it. That's just how I feel. If the remark is going to look professional, then yeah, you can do it. But if it's going to look like a little kid drew it or, some kindergarten kid drew it, then I don't want it. I think it's going to make my book look ugly. So Manny told me when he was getting it signed for me, when he didn't let him do the remark, he kind of got sad about it, But like I said, if the remark wasn't going to look professional, I don't want it, But I'm happy with just the signature on that. No, let me just move these over here. Alright, what else we got here? Bam, shout out to my boy Carlos29. He gifted me this book. This is Darth Vader #2, 9.6 white pages. And it's not a key anything like that, but what's good is that the whole creative team signed this. So this is signed by Gillian, LaRocca, and Delgado, and Addy Granoff. You know, so you got all the signatures there, right on the cover. Dope ass cover. Shout out to Silos for hooking this up. He gave it to me that year that he went to New York Comic Con. The whole creative team was there, and he had got all the signatures done. All right, boom. Next we got here is Moon Knight issue number 25. We got a 9.0 white pages, and love this cover, signed by, of course, Bill Sienkiewicz. It's an awesome book to have in your collection. Alright. Next we have here is Avengers 51 from 1968. And this is signed by Roy Thomas and Joe Sinnott. You know, just awesome cover. And if you guys know, there's an error in this cover. That color, he wasn't supposed to be that color. Because Goliath already had the new costume on the previous issues. And they made a mistake. And Roy Thomas makes a note of it in the book, how they made a mistake on the cover. But it was too late, and he said just roll with it. So when you open up the book, Goliath has a whole different costume on. So nice little fun fact to know right there. Beautiful book. 7.0, respectable for a book from 1968. Alright. Next we got here is Uncanny X-Men 135. And CBCS has this noted as the first full appearance of Dark Phoenix. And it's also the first appearance of Senator Kelly. And it's signed by Chris Claremont. You guys already know he usually signs on the X-Men. 9.6 white pages. And of course this book was also pressed by Erod. Alright, bam. X-Men 136, 9.4 white pages. Signed, of course, by Chris Claremont. 9.4, awesome book, beautiful. And again, CBCS notes that it's a newsstand. It's awesome. Then we got here is, bam, we have my Uncanny X-Men 141, Days of Future Past. There you go, first appearance, guys, of Rachel, which is Phoenix. She's Rachel is the Phoenix from Excalibur. This is her first appearance. 9.6 white pages, signed by I was gonna say Uncanny, signed by Chris Claremont. Beautiful book. This book was an old CGC label, 8.0, and I gave it to my boy Erod, and he did his magic. Jumped up from an 8.0 all the way to 9.6. That's freaking awesome. Awesome work right there. You know. Down to the last two, guys. Man, Secret Wars number 8, Origin of the Black Suit, 9.8 white pages, signed by Michael Zeck and John Beatty. Just, you know, nothing to say. Just beautiful book. Love it in my collection. And last but not least, we're gonna end it with the Todd Father. Bam. We have the Incredible Hulk 340. Right there, signed by Todd McFarlane. Awesome book to have. Awesome way to end this video. Just one of my favorite books. Shout out to King of the Golden State. I know he had multiple copies, and I was like, yo, James, can you send me one of your copies? I'm looking for like a 9.2 or 9.4. And he's like, oh, don't worry, Biggs, I'll see what I could do. So he pulls a copy, I look at it, he sends me pics, and I take it, I pay him for it, raw dog it, I give it to my, when I get it, I figured the book is probably like a 9.2, so I was okay with that. I gave it to Erod, Erod did his thing, then we got it signed, submitted, came back a 9.4, so it's right on the money. So I'm real happy with that, So that's it, guys. That's my top, I lost count, but it's my top signature series slabs, whether they're CBCS or CGC is mixed up. Remember, you can join us tomorrow, night on Chad RCG's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern. He's going to be doing an auction. I'm going to be a special guest on his channel for the first time. And then join us Tuesday for Tuesday Night Auction with the NY Warriors. Right here on Home of the NY Warriors, 10 p.m. Eastern. Don't spend all your money this weekend, guys. Save some for Tuesday. You know, we're going to come at it with the deals and the laughs and stuff like always. Also, guys, remember, if you guys need pressing, go to Erod212 on IG, and just mention that the NY Warriors send you, and he'll give you 10% off your order. He can also submit to CBCS and CGC, but with CGC he gets that 15% off, and he passes it along to you. So that's a total of 25% right there of savings that you can get through him. So make sure you guys follow him on Instagram. And that's it, guys. Until next time, peace.